Welcome back to the Walnut.
I'm not sure whether you can see these images because some of the images are pretty small. So let me write it as this is dollar. So this is a dollar sign. This is an at sign at. And this is, of course, you may see that that's just a circle. So this is what you have. So what kind of images that can be formed from this open dice? So once you fold it, you get a dice. So here, this circle and at sign. So when you fold it, the circle and at sign must be always opposite to each other. So that means the first image you can see that circle and at sign are at, adjacent position. So first one cannot be the answer. Second one, again you see that at and circle. The at and that circle must be always opposite. That cannot be adjacent. So second image cannot be formed. And the third image we have circle and the dollar. Well, circle is opposite to at. That means circle can be adjacent to the dollar sign. So that is perfectly all right. And we have a blank space here. So blank space, it could be, if this is the blank space, that circle can be adjacent to that blank space. Perfectly all right. So, well, third image can be formed. Now we have more than one answer choice. Well, we have 3 and 1 and 3. 1 and 3 is ruled out because 1 cannot be the possibility. So 1 and 3 is ruled out. Now 1, 3 and 4. 1 is ruled out. So 1, 3 and 4 is not possible from the answer choice. Then we have only 3. Well, that's one of the possibility we are looking for. Next possibility what we may have, if 4 is a possible answer, then only 3 and 4. Do we have such an answer choice only 3 and 4? No, we don't have such an answer choice, only 3 and 4. That means the final answer will be only 3. Well, if you want to really verify it, you want to reconfirm it, so check it out. Fourth one, what is it? We have circle and at sign. So circle and at sign, they must be they must be always opposite. So here they are adjacent. So that image cannot be formed. That dice cannot be formed. So only possibility, only 3. So that's the answer. Which symbol cannot be adjacent to M? So which symbol cannot be adjacent to M means there are 6 elements altogether. That means it could be numbers, it could be letters, it could be symbols. Altogether we have 6 images or 6 elements. The reason for that, we have 6 faces of the dice. So which symbol cannot be adjacent? We have M and there would be 4 elements adjacent to M. And the element which cannot be adjacent to M would be the element which is opposite to M. So ultimately the symbol cannot be adjacent to M means we are looking for the symbol which is opposite to M. That is what we need to get it from this question. So take a look at it. We have 4 images. It's not really necessary that we have to use the 4 images. You can use either 1 and 2 or 1 and 3 or 1 and 4 or like 2 and 3 or 2 and 4 or 3 and 4. And if you are not really getting the answer from these comparisons, you can just compare 1, 2 and 3 as well, then 2, 3 and 4 as well, or you can use all the 4 images as well if it is necessary. Otherwise, if you are getting the answer from just 2 images, any of these 2 images would be perfectly all right. So check it out. Okay, so let's look at image number 1 and image number 2. So what you see from image number 1 and image number 2? Image number 1 and 2, is there any common letter or common element? So we have a star here, we don't have star. We have M here, we don't have M, but we have a hash. So hash is common. So if hash is common, hash is not exactly at the same position. So then we have to go for what kind of rule? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is the rule? Rule number 4. Correct? So we have to go for rule number 4. How do you apply rule number 4? Starting from the common element, we have to go clockwise. So we have hash, we have M, we have star. And second image, we have to start from the hash, common image. Hash, we have at, so clockwise. So hash, at, and percentage. So what we are looking for, which is which cannot be adjacent to M. So this case M is opposite to at. So at cannot be adjacent to M. So at sign cannot be adjacent to M. So this is the answer. Is there any other way of doing it? Let's take a look at it. Look at image number 1 and 3. 1 and 3. So 1, these are the elements here. 3, these are the elements. So M, we have M here, and we don't have percentage here. We don't have ampersand and sign here. So only element is what? M. So the only common element M. If only common element is M, M doesn't appear at the exact same position. M doesn't appear, right? So that case, what we have to do is rule number 4. So between image 1 and image 3, we apply rule number 4. What do you get? M star hash. And in this case, M percentage ampersand. So here we have the star is opposite to percentage, and hash is opposite to ampersand, and M must be opposite to the symbol which is missing here. So which is the symbol missing here from these images? That's at sign. So M must be opposite to at. Again, M cannot be adjacent to at. So we got the answer from image 1 and 3. So images 1 and 3, we got the answer. Next possibility. How about we try image number 1 and 4. So let's compare 1 and 4. So here M star and hash. Here with that case we have a hash and M. So there are 2 elements common, right? So if it is 2 elements common, what do you do? M hash. So hash M. So ultimately, if 2 elements are common, then the other element from the both images, so the star must be opposite to percentage, but that doesn't help us. We are looking for the element which is opposite to M. So 1 and 4 comparison doesn't fetch us the answer. Okay, fine, leave it. Now we compare 2 and 3. So 2 and 3, is there anything common? Well, percentage is common, percentage is here. Anything else? No, not really. So that means you have to apply rule number 4. That is okay. If you want to apply rule number 4, you can check it out, apply rule number 4, and you can check it out. What is a common element here? Percentage. So percentage, we have hash, we have at. So in this case, we have percentage, ampersand. So that means and sign and M. So it's M is opposite to at, or at is opposite to M. So again, we got the answer. At is opposite to M, so that means at cannot be adjacent to M. So we got it from image number 2 and 3. Now compare 2 and 4. If you compare image number 2 and 4, what do you get? So we have a hash here, and we have anything else? Okay, percentage here. So percentage and hash. So percentage and hash. So we have 2 common elements. If you have 2 common elements, you can apply for rule number 3. So if you apply rule number 3, what do you get? The left out image, left out element, that is at must be opposite to M. So at and M are opposite. So at cannot be adjacent to M. At must be opposite to M. So that is the answer. Anyhow, any combination you take, that gives you the same answer. That's the advantage of this. So, and now, which combination you have to take, that is your choice. You just look at it, and which catches your attention first. Let's say, if you look at this question, and if you have a feel like, image 2 and image 4 catches your attention first. Image 2 and 4 catch your attention first. Then you go for that. So, sometimes when you take a look at that, you see that we have a hash, we have a percentage here. Here we have hash, we have percentage here. Sometimes that would catch your attention. So then you can take this image number 2 and 4, and you apply rule number 3, you get the answer. As some of you go that way, and some others, you may have a feel like, I'll just go for image 1 and 2. So if you take image 1 and 2, then you just apply rule number 4, you get the same answer. That's the case. Next one. Which color is opposite to indigo? So this color is what it is marked over here, I, P, O, B, Y. These are all colors. B means black, G means gray, I means indigo, O means orange, P means purple, Y means yellow, etc. So here, which color is opposite to indigo? So how do we get the answer? Check it out. So here we have indigo, and here we don't have indigo. So when you compare 1 and 2, is there any common color? So we have IPO, here we have BYG, so there's no common color. So 1 and 2 are not comparable. Now how about 1 and 3? 1 and 3, so we have indigo here, we have indigo here. And we have orange here, we have orange here. So that means 2 colors are common. If 2 colors are common, what we are looking for, rule number 3. So I and O common, I and O common. So that means G is opposite to P. What is it? G is what? Gray. Gray is opposite to P. P is purple. So gray and purple are opposite to each other. But what we are looking for, which is opposite to indigo. So the comparison between 1 and 3 doesn't give us the answer. Now how about 1 and 4? Take a look at that. 1 and 4, we have O here, we have O there. And P and I. So here B and G. So only common color is O, orange. So if that is the case, look at O here and O there. It's not exactly at the same position. So we cannot apply rule number 1 or 2. And only one common number. So we cannot apply rule number 3. So then we go for rule number 4. So which is that? Common? O. From O we go clockwise. So O, P and I. And in this case O, G and B. O, G and B. So what we are looking for, which is opposite to indigo. Indigo, so opposite to I is B. So what is that B color? B is what? Black. So black. So black is the answer. So when you compare image number 1 and image number 4, you get the answer. Is there any other possibility? Of course, there are. Like look at 2 and 3. So look at 2 and 3, what do you have common? Early green color, right? So early gray color, G. G is the common. So you apply rule number 4 then. G, B, Y and G, I, O. G, B, Y and G, I, O. So G, B, Y clockwise. G, I, O. That is clockwise. So if you apply the clockwise, what do you get? This is what? Black is opposite to indigo. Good. And how about like a 2 and 4? If you compare 2 and 4, is there any possibility? G and B are common. G and B are common. That means when you apply rule number 3, what you get is G and B common, G and B common, B and G, B and G. So O must be opposite to Y. Orange must be opposite to yellow. That doesn't help us. And well, how about 3 and 4? If you apply 3 and 4, if you look at 3 and 4, G and O are common there, right? Look at this. 3 and 4. So GO, GO. 2 common colors. If you have 2 common colors, then the third color on both images, that means I must be opposite to B. So indigo is opposite to black. So that's a simple comparison between image number 3 and 4. So you can apply what just rule number 3. So you get the answer. So there are different ways of doing it. That's absolutely your choice.
We have done a number of challenging questions from this area. Well, if you need to have additional questions for practice, take a look at our website walnuttraining.org and click on study materials. That will take you to a download page with a number of questions, and you can pick and choose the type of exam you want to appear for. So there are questions which are for bank exams, campus placement. You can see the questions for UGC NET, and you can see the questions for NTSE as well. So choose the area you like to have. Thanks for watching.